And he walked away with level 2.8 Warden, went home. After this followed a sequence of heavy Moonwell attacks by TH. I think he killed 10 Moonwells over the course of the game while getting up his expansion. Foggy crept so many peasants. He killed so many peasants during that game. But eventually Zeppelin started saving some, and every time he went for peasants, TH was there killing Moonwells. Foggy made 2 proxy lures, went for Dryad Bear from 1 base, and eventually got an expansion in the corner because he never crept his natural. And TH went for Knights, Siege Engines, and Breakers. A long game followed. The first Avatar of Vengeance was kind of wasted on 4 towers and just died instantly, doing nothing. The second was good. Many fights were had. Foggy did play a good game, got Warden level... Small stream lag. Foggy got Warden level 7, Tinker level 3. But TH had MK 6, Blood Mage 3, Paladin 3. And eventually he bled out, Foggy killed his base and took his base. We now start with Foggy WFC, but throughout all this, I didn't get to see the vetoes. Luckily, I screenshot them, so we can look at it together again. Foggy decided to remove Concealed Hill. Oops. Concealed Hill and Northern Isles against WFC. Concealed Hill and Northern Isles. And WFC removes Terrace Stand and Twisted Meadows. Oh, okay. Yeah, Twisted is a good Night Elf map, can expand everywhere. Terrace Stand is a good Warden map. So we're going to play on Amazonia, Echo, Last Refuge, the small 2-player maps. Starting things off with Echo Isles. Let's go. The final best of 3 of the day. The first European of the day. And potentially the last European in the top 8 if Foggy makes it. He beat WFC 2-0 in the previous series. First map was Echo Isles. He used Demon Hunter and Naga. WFC went for a early creeping of his expansion spot and dropped a Blight and a Nerubian and tried this DK level 2, Lich level 1. I'm at tier 2, but I'm also kind of getting my expansion right now, and I'm going to tier 3, but I'm still working on my expansion, and I'm gonna get some fiends and statues, and Foggy shut that down real good. This expansion delayed orb, it delayed destroyers, third hero so much that WFC never got to play a normal gameplay style. Foggy crept to Naga level 4 and kind of just slayed WFC. Foggy had an expansion. He made a counter expansion when he saw the gold mine slow attempt. And Foggy even decided to go for double wind. So he had double wind, double lore. 8 hippos, 6 bears, dryad, archer. Yeah, it was just too much. It was easy win for Foggy. But then in game 2, it was a lot closer. Foggy got lucky items, Sentry Ward to control the pace of the game on Last Refuge. And he expanded on the Ogre Lord spot. And it managed to win him the game. Foggy played very good, very well, once again. But it was much closer. WFC played a more standard style in that game. He went for DK, Naga, Lich. With a 50 plus food timing attack. Fiend, 1 destroyer, 1 or 2 A-bombs with Disease Cloud. And Foggy managed to hold on. No Hippogriffs that time, no Ancient of Wind, just double lore. Just Demon Naga double lore. With bears and dryads. I don't remember if he eventually got a mounted giant. Now the rematch. WFC managed to take down Chimiko 2-1 to meet Foggy again in this losers finals. Mana burns on the DK. How did Demon drop so low on mana? He has less mana than the DK. Who's mana burning who? DK of course got Circlet, so he has a little bit more mana. Let's play this game with no hands and no mana. So DK, no mana. Demon, no mana. But it's fine for Demon to deplete his own mana when he has no damage on him. You versus me, mana a mana. Nice one, Bobatage. Now Ancient of War creeping the Merc camp. WFC knows this because of Acolyte. Ghouls were actually going to creep the natural, I believe. But they're now turning around to help creepjack Foggy at the Merc camp. That's an Ancient of Wonders. Greater Invul. Not bad. Archer goes down to ensnare. Ancient of War falling as well. Detonate. No, not detonate. Sorry. Ancient of Wonders cancelled. Because it was getting attacked. DK is so fast. He went to get Boots of Speed. This guarantees Naga. You don't see DK Boots and you don't see that, and then you would not be prepared against Naga. Always DK Boots means he's going to give it to the Naga. It's never like Boots DK Lich. So Foggy knows that. He positions carefully. Does lose the Ancient of War. And if you've seen how Foggy uses his Ancient of War to creep all game long, not just one camp or two, but all game, that is a significant loss. Now, Frost Arrow, he's trying to block the DK out. Naga comes in as well. Naga needs to be careful, it doesn't get Ghoul Skeleton. Frost Arrow surrounded. Unholy Aura together with that. And it is a surround. Great start for WFC. Oh, the Naga is freed, then uses Invul. And you know, TP is worth 350 gold. Invul is worth 400 gold. Because a TP sells for 175 and an Invul sells for 200. So thinking that you're saving TP while using Greater Invul is only worth it if you don't consider Invul the full price of purchase. Which I think is fair. Almost no one ever buys a potion of invulnerability for 400 gold. Only humans that get denied access to lesser invulnerability from the Goblin Shop, but can reach the marketplace. And Foggy doesn't want to spend anything, period. Doesn't want to spend Greater Invul, doesn't want to spend TP at this point. Money on it anyway. So he chooses to use Invul so that he can remain active on the map and still potentially be able to TP his whole army home. Still, it was almost an unnecessary use. Naga just got free, but because of the lag, he may not have known that on time and already clicked it. It's a very forgivable, not even definitive mistake. If it is a mistake, it's forgivable, but it may not be one. Claws of attack for the Naga. Takes the Ogre and runs. Smart, because Foggy is on the way. Wisp is on position for Foggy, but you note, he's not expanding. He only does that against the slow semi-proxy expo by WFC. No expo this time. Instead focusing on getting his Dryads and Bears out. Why Naga versus Undead? He always goes Naga against Undead. Both players play Naga in this matchup. When you open with Demon, Naga is needed to suppress the Demon. And Foggy's Naga is a safer and more aggressive choice than going with Pandaren Brewmaster. Brewmaster is like the anti-unit hero. Naga is like the anti-hero hero. And Undead heroes are the key of their comp. Panda would be more popular against Ghoul Gargoyle based tactics. The Demon wanted the agility so much that he nearly gave it to WFC. He could have picked it on the Naga, but he greeted the prioritization of the correct attribute for the Demon. And it worked out. He got there faster. Double statue now for WFC. And Destroyer upgrade. Lich and Ghoul Frenzy. A perfect build-up of the strategy by Undead. And it's quite scripted, the order of everything. Very standard. There's not much space to be creative and be like, I'm gonna make a meat wagon or gargoyle. No, it's pretty standard flow. Lich now gets Orb of Corruption. We did not see Dreadlord at all in this event. Dreadlord Expo is not as good at the high level. People will scout it, they will bring detonates, they will mana burn him, they will free themselves from surrounds by detonating summons. And before you know it, you've got a Dreadlord level 2 with no activatable spells that do anything. Dreadlord is really a pub stomper hero, but he's not as good at the pro level. Parry up to Fatality, double gloves on Naga, and double ring on the Demon Hunter. 50 food for Foggy. Now, the first power play of the game by WFZ. Going for turtle level 7 on the side of Foggy. Saving part of his own natural, saving his own Murloc camp, and his own turtle 7 as well. Does Foggy sniff this out? Does he know it? I think he does. I think he saw with the Wisp at the Goblin Shop. No, he's going for the Murlocs. He's not going for the Murlocs. He knows WFZ is here and he moves in. The Murlocs are annoying him though. Accidentally ensnaring a Dryad and distracting the Night Elf. Night Elf is getting ensnared. This is not good. He moved with the Demon past the Murlocs and didn't ensnare. One Ghoul down, one Archer down, second Archer, third Archer. Archers are high damage, low health. They're great to take out first. Naga was actually attacking creeps. Bear goes down. Where's the staff? He has it, didn't use it. Second staff does work. All the archers down at the start of a fight is not good. Now another bear goes down. This is horrible for Foggy. Not only does he lose his own Turtle 7, he does not creep jacket on time, does not find it on time, does not walk properly, wakes up the creeps, basically sabotages his own archers, and then loses 2 Druids of the Claw. And now he would be forced to go across the map to pressure the final 3 creep camps on the map, which are all favorably positioned for WFZ. That's why it was such a power play by WFZ to take that turtle first. He always had a TP to get out of trouble. WFC's reinforcements are closer. And snare this time on the destroyer. Potion of Invis on the Demon Hunter, making sure he can't get nuked to smithereens before he even gets close. A skeleton revealed the approach of the Naga. You heard the Chinese voice, the attack alert. Demon is scouting but is not burning yet. He knows he's weak right now, Foggy. He spent 320 gold, 340, someone said. I thought it was 320. He spent gold on the Tree of Life. WFZ pushed over 50. Coming out with an Abomination, over 50 and looking to pressure. Killing another Wisp, no detonate. Naga with the TP for Foggy. Invis lasts 2 minutes for the Demon Hunter. He should have another good 40 seconds left. Continues to scout. In comes a nearly naked Abomination. Just a vest, and that's about it. Heal Scroll. The final investment for WFZ to empower this attack. When you buy a Heal Scroll, you know he's not going to go to 58 food. This is it, 55. And Foggy has 55 as well. But a lot of that is Wisps. All the undead heroes are full mana. He goes with the mana burn on the DK. Immediately pulls back. Didn't even go for an auto attack on the DK. Because he knows he's going to get Frost Arrowed, Novad coiled, and he will have to staff his Demon Hunter. The big attack. The test for Foggy. Can he, after such big losses, come back into this? There's the second Abomination. One Ghoul being made at home for WFZ, presumably. No, that was the second Destroyer. First Bear, staffed. Mana burn on the DK. Wisp, detonate on the DK. DK does have Mana Pot. Second bear goes down. Bear focus on the fiends, not bad. Destroyers attacking the bears, doing so much damage. Dryads on the abomination, not ideal. Focusing the lich. There goes the coil after the mana pot. No more mana on the DK. And focusing lich is wise. Foggy takes a lot of criticism from the community, I think unjustly, for focusing the lich against Happy. But you gotta do it. Lich is the main damage. You deplete the mana on the DK, you focus the lich. Lich is low. It's the wisest thing to do to reduce damage output on your army. Naga now getting attacked. He has no way to save himself except TP. Now that he's getting slowed from the Naga, Demon can't kill the lich easily anymore. Abomination's blocking him. He found a way through. Naga getting focused by Dryads. Demon Hunter getting a bit stuck. Naga is low. A dangerous game for Foggy. Both the Naga and the lich are so low. Down goes a bear that had no Druid Claw. Staff of Teleport back. Demon Hunter comes in with full health. Wisp repair on the tree, but it goes down. Focusing Dryad again, but didn't remove Frost Armor too quickly. There is a staff on the demon. But the real win here is WFZ didn't lose any heroes, killed the Tree of Life, and killed a lot of units. Level 4-3 and almost 3 Lich against Foggy 3.8, 3.5 and a dead tree. Many wisps were lost, as was the tree. There's a lot of Dryads here as well, whose only purpose is killing destroyers and maybe killing heroes. They don't do much against fiends or statues. They're okay against A-bombs, but they're very chunky, those A-bombs. They're blocking the entire army, as if to prove it. The final camp that WC saved for a rainy day. He has no TP, but he's killing this turtle so fast. Ah, the turtle get away from him. The ring betrayed Bilbo. Gollum. Look, they can't even slow the statue. No re-expand. Foggy's all in. What item did he get? Ring +4. Foggy is saving up on 50 food while pretending an attack. This is meant to mana burn to maybe kill a unit while staffing everything. He's got double staff. The goal for Foggy is to make the 50 plus last for as long as possible to hopefully sometime get a double mountain giant pump. Foggy wants to go straight to 64 food with 2 MGs. He will need lumber to get the mountain giant upgrades. Resistant skin, hardened skin. Bears will no longer cut it. Druid of the Claw is getting attack upgrade. The first one. Hero level so much in favor for WFZ. They have the same XP among their first 2 heroes, almost. Slightly more for WFZ, and then there's a whole level 3 Lich. So I think WFZ has about 550 XP more than Foggy. Like 2500 versus 2k or something. 66 food. There we go, with the double MGs. I think he already has the MG upgrades. He's producing 2 Wisps and 2 MGs. Demon Hunter getting attacked. Hard to break through that wall. Wants a mana burn, but he's taking abomination damage. Moonwell going down. He needs to wait for his 2 mountain giants. There's still a lot of gold here. The mountain giants are kind of stuck in the back. Demon Hunter goes forward, gets a mana burn, and he dies. No time to staff. Esports head shake by Foggy. It was a really quick snipe, and to be honest, so tough to stop it considering the ping. Bear goes down. Staff misses. Because it died so quickly. Another bear goes down. Demon Hunter isn't here. This is over. Sad for Foggy. But good for WFC. One abomination goes down. Other gets coiled. Naga taking heat. Has TP. GG. WFC wins the first map against Foggy. Yo, thank you for the sub. Rody Prime, thank you very much. And you too, Drucknissen. Drucknissen asks, do you know why Happy isn't in the tournament? He elected not to play. Now, floating resources in Warcraft 3 is not always indicative of a macro mistake. That's StarCraft 2 you're looking at. In Warcraft 3, floating resources can have a multitude of reasons. Either because you are looking to stay under 50 food and leverage the bonus gold from not being in upkeep, or because you are delaying your investments after receiving more information. Sometimes you'll have floating gold because you're looking to rebuy your tavern hero. You're rebuying your demon from the tavern. It's not always a clear-cut case. The clearest case is where you know a player needs a unit, you know he has the money and food, but he's not making it. That's a clear error. It used to be 40 in Reign of Chaos, Bowerus. That's fine, Kubro. That's fine. But let's not forget that Foggy lost way more units than WFC throughout the game. Foggy has won too. I didn't hear people talk about balance in those games. Now he's lost one. I would say it's not so much about whether the balance argument is correct. It's about people's emotions. They're annoyed that Foggy lost the map. Very understandable. Foggy is a player that does get nervous when it matters the most. It's happened before. He played a lot cleaner in the first series. WFC though, he opened with a weaker strat on Echo. Both players announced their race in private to the referee, so there can be no rock, paper, scissors abuse, MHS. Unless the referees like are dirty or something. It's like, hey, he said he's gonna go undead. Do you still want to go Night Elf? No, I'll switch to Orc. Okay. Demogorgon, thank you for subbing. Can a player choose random? Yes. Infi played random in many of the tournaments this year that were not as important. Look at this. WFC gets the Purge proc to delay the Lightning Shield creeping. And to misposition the creeps. This slows down Foggy's creeping by at least 7 seconds. And the Acolyte didn't even die. Now he's gonna coil. Lightning Shield creep his own camp. Not the fastest, but clean. And the... Oh, no! Oh, he did get it. Oh, there was a delayed Lightning Shield removal effect. That's a great job by Foggy. He got the detonate. Removed the Lightning Shield. In the war of Lightning Shield control, WFC won a battle and Foggy won the war. There was a really small delay of the lightning shield animation removal. That's not the case in classic graphics. I would like to see that again, but anyway. Now, Foggy does a cool thing where he brings his archer from over the trees. He is within the angry range of the trappers to ensnare the archer, but outside of the casting range of the ensnare. So both creeps go around the little caveat in the forest to try and ensnare the archer all the way around and chase her, but they never get to her. She's already gone. So the demon doesn't take any damage from the trappers. It's a cool little thing for that first camp. WFZ now comes in to finish the two trappers. Ring, slippers, cloak and gauntlets. Mediocre items. You can be happy with the slippers. Ring is fine. Cloak is bad. And gauntlets is actually pretty good anti-nuke ability, but because it's a low level item, it's unlikely to make it through the rest of the game. Good awareness by Foggy once again. Knowing exactly where is WFZ with that wisp. But WFZ is going to get the item. It's a devotion aura. The Lion Horn of Stormwind. Such a good item. And WFZ secures it for himself. Sometimes Warcraft 1-on-1 feels a lot like Warcraft FFA. In the sense that you can choose to prioritize items, XP or expansions. And these kind of maps with 4 really key items, Granite Golem and the Renegade Wizard at the Merc camp, sometimes you see players just getting that Renegade Wizard level 5 early. If you have Devotion Aura, 1.5 armor on all of your units the entire game, it can be worth pure experience creeping efficiency. And WFZ got one. Every race has a way to do it. You need to creep jack so early in order to stop someone from doing it. It's almost impossible. You would need to follow them around all the time. It's done in an instant. Had he found Gauntlet +6? Would not be as big of a deal. But that's a devotion. It's really good. Who will get the other eventually? Remains to be seen. Both get their Naga. Now you see why tech timings are so important. They get their Naga at the exact same time. Imagine if one of them teched 10 seconds slower. They could guard the tavern against the other with the Naga. But Foggy's done a good job of creeping, using his archers in various places to creep up to level 3. Now with mana burn level 2. That's good. He wants mana burn level 2 on the Naga. And WFZ wants to prevent that. So he walks away. Now WFZ is looking mostly to prevent Foggy to do anything. He would love to slow down the game where neither player is getting anything of worth. But Foggy is really good at this, multitasking. Using the demon to harass and scout, and gets the mana burn here on the Naga, presumably. There we go. 100 mana. Do it twice more and she's empty. Meanwhile, Foggy's Naga is Ancient of War creeping the kobolds and should be level 2. He also killed skeletons, so that will be a level 2 Naga. Slaughterhouse, tier 3 and two ziggurats coming on the way. Ring of Protection, mediocre item. Would love to get Claws or Circlet. I think Circlet is best as it offers health against nukes. Naga can be coiled by DK, but only the enemy Naga. Mana burn on the Naga. Damage on the DK. Good containment strategy by Foggy. Now, Goblin Shop is the major point of contention. Foggy can creep this, but he knows WFZ will stab him in the back again. And a lot of damage on the DK. Oh! 6 life! And WFZ with Nerves of Steel does not even buy Healing Potion. He wants to save money to just use Statue to heal up. And this does give Foggy the creep, which is what he wanted. He gives boots to the Naga and gets Sentry Ward on the Demon. Can't be too obvious with where you place it though. It could get removed easily. There's still a dust on the Death Knight. He has demobilized WFZ for a while. Ancient of War dutifully getting into the next position. It's already done 3 creep camps. Now, 4th one. The good old Ancient of War. What a good old guy. Helping with all these camps. First bear comes in. Naga en route. Set to creep to level 3. Sentry Ward reveals the DK at the shop. What does he get? Invul? Naga level 2.8. Tome of Intelligence and mystery item. Greater Mana Pot. Pretty good. The best is Greater Heal. But Mana Pot's pretty good. More Forked Lightning. Mana Burn on the DK. Minus 100. Good play by Foggy this game. Better than last. Better result for him. But Undead can never be underestimated. Forked Lightning level 2. Roar. Archer's getting focused. One archer goes down. Hit him with the Nova. Second archer getting attacked. No Staff of Preservation for Foggy. He focuses the Lich. Dryad goes down. 3 ghouls down for 2 archers and a Dryad. Demon getting attacked. Only has TP. Forces Lich to TP. Walks away the demon. One more burn maybe? No, he's scared. 2 archers and a Dryad for 3 ghouls and a TP. Greater Mana Potion was also consumed by Foggy. This feels like a win for WFZ. A TP is not worth as much. Undead doesn't have mana, but statues are so strong. They will heal Undead heroes up and the Naga in no time. Especially when there's no fight. Foggy cleans up the remainder of the creeps where the Devotion Aura was stolen. He knew this was a depleted camp, still values the experience. And he needed to find a way to... Tries to pull the creep with Ghoul, doesn't work. Get AI'd on, son. Ghouls... He actually coils the Ghoul and then gets mana burned on the Lich, I believe. Now Demon Naga comes in, so that was kind of a failed creep routine. Now comes in Demon Naga. Is there a Staff of Preservation yet? No, there isn't. No healing on the demon. He needs a rejuvenation. But Foggy is here to disrupt WFZ. He's expanding. He has a sentry here, so he can be very surgical with his harassment. The Devour on the demon, which had Rejuve, also removed part of the sentry ward. If WFZ saw that the Destroyer got twice as much mana as it should from that Devour, then he would know that there was half a sentry there. It's a bit big brain, but I have never heard of anyone like seeing that, but nor would they say it if it did happen. Lightning Shield on Naga for Foggy. He sold it. He's almost level 4. What does he buy? Still no Staff of Preservation. He gets Invul and Heal Scroll. Moves in again. He cannot afford to give this creep to WFZ. Lich is getting close to level up. Expand finished. Mana burn on the DK. Minus 96. Bear! The bear without form! He's just moving through the whole army going for the Lich. Another bear going down. One bear for free because it was in the wrong form. Demon going on the Lich. Level 1.9. No frost armor yet. Invul on the Naga. Fiend's getting focused. Demon has boots. Chasing Lich. Killed the Lich. He killed the Lich. Dust of Appearance. Foggy making some good plays as well. Getting some Fiends now. There's no mana left on the DK. This is looking very good for Foggy. WFZ does have loads of money though. Loads of money. There is no TP on the DK. Is there any way where this doesn't end in disaster for WFZ? Minus 61, Forked Lightning. Naga comes back in. Has the TP. And staffs. This bear can live if it moves. It does. Moving meant that he doesn't take another hit from Abomination. Doesn't take another hit from the Destroyer. With the DK Lich dead, if Foggy actually also made Wisps go on his gold mine during all this, he has a massive advantage. If not, still an advantage. Gets the level 5 creep. To the victor go the spoils. Ruined Bracers! He found Ruined Bracers! Herder Coil Nova. hitting like a wet noodle. This is a huge item. The best one you can find against Undead. Maybe even better than True Shot or Bone Chimes. It means that Demon will be almost unkillable. Has 3 strength, 3 armor, 33% spell reduction, and 3 agility. That's a tanky Demon. WFZ with all his heroes back again. Tries to go for a Hail Mary play with no town portal, trying to get the Granite Golem. Is it secret? Is it safe? Asks Gandalf. No, Bilbo said, but I had to do a high risk, high reward play because I already felt so much behind, so I wore the ring. Lich getting focused. Has no invo, passed by the Naga. Now the Naga's a new target. Clickety click. And Naga is bound to go down. WFZ calls GG. The score is 1-1. Everything down to the final map. A strong play by Foggy on his chosen map. The final map is going to be Last Refuge. A fitting name for the final map of the day. Imagine tuning in late for Game of Thrones. You've seen all the hype, but you're there only to see the final episode of Season 8. And you're like, that's what everyone's excited about? Laughing, but also crying inside. Guess I am good at hiding my feelings. Are you insulting these players? No. It's not Emilia Clarke's fault how the script was. Leave Emilia Clarke alone! Alright, guys. Final map. Last Refuge. Foggy won this in the first match. He expanded on the Ogre Lord. And he played a great pleasure. He played a great pressure game while creeping his Naga sewage. Great pleasure. 50 Shades, anyone? Foggy just did a... It should be Demon Naga again. There's no way he's been hiding a Possum First build, right? WFZ with the Crypt Lord. Yeah, I feel like that a bit too, Cryptics. Naga is popular against Demon Hunter Baskoth because Demon Hunter has a short range for mana burn. Every time Demon Hunter moves in, you get a chance to slow him and damage him with Naga Frost Arrow. No other hero provides the same consistent slow on a hero that is designed to go in and out like Demon to go for a mana burn. More than that, mana burn will always get some victims. There's no way to prevent all mana burns. You will get many mana burns in the course of a game. If your cheapest spell is Firelord Lava Spawn, and for 150 mana, your cheapest, most important spell, you're in trouble. Because you're going to get mana burns and you will not be able to do anything. If your cheapest spell is a... Actually, I don't know how much Frost Arrow costs. I think it's 8. If your cheapest spell is 8 mana, you will have it very soon after you get mana burned. So you can always eke out some value of your hero abilities post mana burn. Coil is fairly cheap, but it's also essential. Auras don't need mana. So picking things that have auras, like DK, or Lich with Dark Ritual to replenish, that also has Frost Armor, which is cheap, And Naga with Frost Arrow, that's cheap. You find ways to use spells despite the presence of mana burn. Going Panda with Fire Breath, Drunken Haze for WFC would not be wise. That's a 145 mana spell rotation. This is why we see Naga a lot for the reasons mentioned. She's also great at Focus Fire and enabling Destroyers, Fiends, and Lich with Orb to deal a lot of single target damage on bears, archers, demon, Naga, what have you. And Naga is one of the best counters to Naga. Because she's such a strong early game hero, Night Elf does the same thing back to Undead. Alright, enough over-explain about that. Let's go into the game. Demon Hunter level 1.7, 1.8. Kill the skeleton and kill the creep camp. Gets the boots and tries to find WFC. WFC finds a fantastic item, Sentry Ward. Many games have been decided by this information-giving protective item. Nice positioning on that tree. Cannot be auto-attacked by melee characters. WFC can creep this with no fear because of the Sentry Ward. He sees the Demon Hunter coming in, which also means he knows he should disengage from the final two trappers. If he didn't see the demon, he might try to creep the whole thing. But because of the Sentry, he sees him and he leaves on time. Mana burn. Nice wisp locations by Foggy. On the high ground. WFC finds a circlet of nobility. Archers are killing skeletons at the bottom troll camp. In comes a graveyard. There's also a Nerubian tower. Shop is well hidden and tucked away at the back. Definitely Balim Balim. If you can move a wisp instead of healing it against skeletons, it's a big advantage. Now, waking up the creeps, starting to attack them because he knows Naga will come out. Perfect timing by Foggy. He will use Naga Frost Arrow to keep the creeps with him for as long as possible. WFC goes around, and I think this looks like a 2004 FOV-esque timing rush to cancel Ancients of Lore, but I definitely anti-hyped this up. Overhyped this because actually he's just creeping the natural. Getting another circlet level item from the Ogre Mage, denying future Naga XP, and also at the same time neatly checking for the possibility of a Tree of Life maybe being here. He gets the 353 camp, a lot of XP, and finds Gloves of Haste. This time WFC is not going with a Naga second. Perhaps due to Foggy getting there earlier, perhaps because of the map. But this time WFC is going straight into the Lich second. Interesting adaptation. What does that mean for his third hero? Will he get a third hero? Is it gonna be Crypt Lord? Naga third? Or maybe the old Happy style. I don't know if Happy still does that. I haven't seen his matchup against Night Elf in a while. Tinker third. Does he still do that? This is a best of 3. Another Name Bites the Dust. Demon comes in. Does not waste mana burn on the DK, obviously. Gets Novat. Novat is 125 mana. If Lich gets burned, it's 100. Technically, using Nova on Demon is even worse than a mana burn. Except, of course, he gets hurt and slowed. Ancient of War died! To creeps. This is absolutely because multitasking got stressed with the demon. He actually forks this so that everything doesn't get poisoned as much. The Ancient of War died. He would have loved to use it for future camps over and over. There is... Oh yeah, ruined bracers again. That's true. Ruined bracers once again. That's a great item for Foggy. And bad for WFC. Foggy sells the Wand of Mana Steel, buys Invis and Invul, acting like a little Blade Master. There is a Sentry Ward and Dust. Ghoul died to creeps. Goes for the Troll. Coils. Now Foggy knows. He just needs to Mana Burn the Lich. And then Lich cannot last hit this Ogre. Mana Burn the Lich and move in on the rest. There we go. Mana Burn. Moves in on the DK. Blocks. Blocks. No blocks. Try to use the Dryad to block, Demon to damage. There are no spells for WFZ that could have secured the creep steal because he coiled the ghoul and he got the Lich mana burned. Foggy finds Book of the Dead. A 200 gold item. Gets the Ogre 5. Foggy has access to expand, but elects not to do it. A little bit of a supply block by Foggy. 40 out of 40. Let's call him 40 instead of Foggy. Goes for the Ogre Lord. Uses the book on the Ogre Lord, which baits the shockwave in the opposite direction, tanks a lot of damage, and allows him to do a camp that would otherwise potentially be too difficult. Second shockwave coming though. What does he get? Cloak of Flames. And he immediately pound turtles. Archer dies. Immediately portals. Naga third. He got the red spot. That's Cloak of Flames, which I believe is 10 damage per second to all units around the Demon Hunter. Doesn't have the Ruined Bracers on the Demon yet, and doesn't have Town Portal yet. Foggy. And he's still at 40 food! Foggy with a huge supply block. Dryad now trying to block, does not get the block. We know how much this hurt Fly when he messed it up. Did not get the Ogre. If he gets the block, he would have probably had the creep. Now, WFZ gets it. Bad item. Helm of Valor. +4 strength, +4 agility. Would have been pretty good on the Demon, but ultimately not game ending. Staff of Preservation's on the Demon. Archers get Novad. 1 archer goes down. 2 archers goes down. 2 ghouls die as well. DK drops low. Bears comes back in. He still has a staff. Bear drops low. He has a staff. Uses it. Focuses the heroes. WFZ heroes drop low. What do they have? Only TP. DK drops low. DK! DK lives. Mana burn wouldn't have killed him. No mana for Forked Lightning. And another archer goes down at the very end. Mana burn would not have killed him. It was 41 life, 33 mana, 33 mana at a 30% damage reduction of the mana to HP. Would have been something like 23 damage. He would be alive still. Bear's getting focused. What is he doing? What the hell? Why doesn't he just use his bears to attack his Tree of Eternity? Now, sometimes AI goes haywire. But I think if you take both bears and you attack your Tree of Eternity, they would have morphed. And it would probably be the better play than morphing them to an even weaker form as they're getting hit by the trolls. A huge loss by Foggy. I think he's still ahead, but a huge loss. Demon comes in with the mana burn. Burns the DK. No mana left. Undead heroes are the level 3/2/2, but he has access to the Goblin Laboratory. The remainder of it. Most of it was taken, remember. I think there's 1 troll level 4. All the most important creeps are in the perimeters of the map. Top left Turtle 7, bottom right Turtle 7, and the Goblin Laboratory by Foggy. And again with that Invis. If WFZ is a keen observer, he will see that the Invis potion is missing from the Northern Goblin shop, and he would know there's a demon around him. He has dust, and that could help. Keeps the Rune Bracers on the Naga to provide an anti-nuke buffer. In comes the demon, mana burn on the DK. Forked Lightning on the Fiends, Dryad is exposed, gets attacked, good pullback, doesn't die. Dust on the Fiends, kills a Fiend. Coil misses! Bear, no staff. 2 Fiends are down, Coil miss. And that one has Frost Arrow. This fight is turning sour a bit for Foggy. His Dryads are low, the Destroyer is uncontested, but the Lich is getting attacked. Is it turning sour? Heal pot on the Lich. Bear getting attacked. Will this one get staffed? He has plenty of time to do it, and he does it early, just to be safe. Demon Hunter is completely uncontested. Foggy defended his expansion. DK dropping low and TPs. This is a massive success for Foggy. He kept the Dryad alive. He staffed 2 bears. He staffed 1 bear, saved 2, and kept the tree alive. Demon and Naga level 4. Always carrying that dust. So important. Now going for the level 4 creep. All the undead heroes are low. Statues are great at healing up the undead heroes, but you need time. The more you move to go to a creep camp, the less healing you get from the statues. The more you stand still, the more you give time for the Tree of Life to start working. Foggy with another burn on the Naga. The biggest mental mistake Foggy can make now is to think that he's winning. You need to stay on your toes and remain paranoid. What would my opponent try to do next? How could I still lose? As for WFZ, he's doing a smart thing. He's going quickly over 50. Many players will feel tempted to camp on 50 food to try and offset an enemy expansion with your own upkeep management. But with your hero levels already being lower, but on the cusp of being 4-3-3, all the WFZ needs now is extreme army superiority. He needs to force, under heavy duress, creep camps on this map. Burn on the statue. He wants that Overseer 5 that gives him 1 level up. The Purgers will give him the next level up. I think every creep gives him 1 level up. No. No DK4 yet, no Naga yet. He needs 1 more camp, but it's either the Laboratory or the Turtle 7. The Turtle 7 would see WFZ go so far away from the Tree of Life that it is prohibitively far. DK moves to the shop, has the money for 1 Invo or 1 heal scroll. What does he get? Heal scroll. Makes sense. Just micro, so you don't need Invo, and use heal scroll for value. The most dangerous point of the game is here for Foggy. He's got only bears against 2 destroyers. 3 dryads only. And mostly bears. Huge Nova, Fork Lightning, Staff, perfect staff on the bear. Will he rejuvenate in his base so that he can come back with full life? It's a lot of multitask. Second bear is going down, DK level 4. This looks very good for WFZ actually. There's not enough anti-air yet. The stream lags. I'm still live, but the stream lags. Another staff on the bear. WFC still at 60 food. 1 abomination goes down. And the mana burns are starting to pay off. This bear came back with 1 life and it gets Novat! Lich goes down! Lich goes down as well. The bear management and the staff management by Foggy was not so good. He brought back a low hero, a low bear back into the fight, but he did kill the Lich. Now Invul on the demon. Naga chasing Frost Arrow. Now no mana for Frost Arrow. He needs the Dryad to tag the Naga. She's going down. Naga down as well. So many bears have fallen, but 2 heroes have gone down. The DPS is gone for WFZ. He only has the Death Knight left and a few fiends. They can attack Lich. They can attack the Dryads, but without the Lich Orb empowerment. WFZ uses his last money to get back the Lich. This Naga has Rune Bracers and still has Invul. He's baiting damage on the Naga and staffs it. Goes for the Demon once again. It has no Frost Armor. Demon with the chase. She loses Unholy Aura. 41 mana burn, 18 life, a single attack. Will he go up the high ground? No! The Demon was on auto attack. But he goes up anyway. Lich is still there. The creeps wake up and Demon gets the last hit. Level 4.9 on the Demon. Lich has gone down once again. Bear also has fallen, but Foggy still has an expansion throughout all this. Undead has better army and hero efficiency generally, but Night Elf has a chance to force an expansion and then continually fight at the edge of reason to keep it alive. Demon playing with fire, trying to get the mana burn on the DK. DK is too fast. He staffs it. Foggy with 1,000 gold. He rebought the Naga. The Moonwells are all empty. Where's the Ancient of Wonders? Lich is back. He's creeping. DK getting closer and closer to level 5. 53 food, WFC against Foggy. The closest match between them yet. 0-0 Dryads. That's how pressured Foggy has been to reach a fighting army in time to protect this expansion. WFC creeping in order to buy time for his Naga and fill in the gaps. Get a bit of gold, bit of XP. In comes a Dryad Scout. Good job by Foggy. Not using a nukable unit means he can't get Coil Novat. And unless Fiend and Lich was there ready, the Dryad lives through such things. Foggy with the attack. He has Heal Pot, Mana Pot, Info Pot, Double Staff. Demon level 5. Goes in with the mana burn. Minus 100. Didn't skill mana burn on time to get the mana burn. This could matter later on down the road. DK still has a coil, but he doesn't use it. Minus 100. And his staff during the mana burn has a cool little green effect. Naga level 5. Has an invul. Fork lightning level 3 now. Bear comes in. Lich goes down. GG. Foggy has done it. One Ukrainian in the top 8. Foggy has qualified. He has beaten WFZ once again after giving his fans a massive heart attack losing the first map. Foggy into top 8, beating WFZ twice.